Hello everybody, welcome to Coco's Crochet. I'm Litza and today is our podcast number 108. It is the 31st of October 2024, which means all of you that are celebrating Halloween, it's your time to shine. So happy Halloween everyone, especially if you have little people and you're trick or treating tonight. Enjoy it, make the most of it. If you're just having a fancy, adult party at home with all your friends, or whether you go out, I hope you have a wonderful, safe time. And if you're just like me, who just enjoys the thought of Halloween but doesn't really celebrate it other than having one of my special mugs, and I have to show you this mug. It's absolutely gorgeous, guys. Hocus pocus, I need coffee to focus. That is so me, my whole life, every single day. So I'm going to pop that over there. And I do have a very sparkly witch's hat to go with my outfit. If I do need to open the door, if any little people knock on it, there is always candy and chocolate in my house, so there won't be an issue. But I must say that the tradition is, and because we're in a neighborhood where there's very little children, like a small amount of children, usually people that decorate their houses is where the children go and trick or treat. But once again, as I said, we're in a neighborhood where that doesn't really happen. But I do love seeing everybody's makes and hearing all the stories about the fun that people have and what they've planned for the day. So once again, happy Halloween if you're celebrating today on the 31st of October 2024. Now, as we said, this is our podcast 108. The year is flying, right guys? And here we are hanging out together once again, and I cannot wait to get started because I've got all your makes to showcase, let you know what I've been up to, and a little bit of a catch up on life and a couple of little acquisitions which I'm so excited about. So let's get started with what we have been for a very long time now, over 2 years, with the Tile of the Week Thursday projects as such. So those of you that may not know what I'm referring to, our friend Sam over at Manfors Makes, she was gifted this book here, 100 Crochet Tiles, July 2022. Now she has a playlist because she's made every single tile, all 100 of them. Go and enjoy and see them all one by one. I jumped on at tile number 25, and I have been working on projects with those tiles since we finished in July 2024. So a couple of months ago, or just over now. Now I do have a blanket that's on the go, which is pretty much done. I just have to sew in the ends. I have made a square cushion with some squares on it. And I have made a little handbag which still needs a handle, guys, but I am going to get to it. But I thought I'd start on the hexagon cushion that I've been talking about the whole time. Now, before I show you those, I just want to remind you, if you're new especially, I'll let you know that I have been using my 100% acrylic 8-ply or DK weight yarn in 7 different colors for each and every tile. That's why it kind of looks a bit uniform. Even though each and every tile is different, they still have that connection. And I have been using my white yarn to connect all the tiles for each and every project. And throughout the whole project, like for each tile, including putting it together, I've been using a 5mm hook. So there has been some consistency throughout, which I absolutely love. Now I do have the cushion insert here because I have various size cushion inserts. So I thought that best to use this one because it was bigger than what I imagined it would be. Now these are the tiles that the hexagon tiles that I'm going to use for this cushion cover. But I do have to make all the extra little pieces that are missing in between. So let me just show you the tiles pretty much, one by one or a few at a time, because they really are very, very pretty. Like I said, every time I use some of the tiles, I remember how gorgeous they were, because you do forget it is a very long time. Now my favorite one at this moment is this one because it's got that beautiful texture on it. And this is one that was only up to where the white is, but then I added 2 rows to make it the right size, and I think it's going to look very, very pretty. But in saying that, this project is going to take a little bit longer than I thought, because as we said, reason being I have to make all the filler tiles, but that's okay, there's plenty of time for that. My dilemma at the moment is working out if I'm going to make them all white or if I should make them a variety of colors, because I'm not sure if you noticed, but I have tried to sort of team them up. So these two have the apricot on opposite ends. These two have the, the pink on opposite ends, these two. And then these had like the yellow, and the yellow was the connection. So there is method to my madness, guys. But as I said, I'm not quite sure what I'm going to do with the corner ones. open to suggestion, of course, as always, because you guys always do help me out and I really do appreciate it. That's the beauty of having a large group of yarny friends. I absolutely love it. So that is my Tile of the Week Thursday project that I'm still working on, and I'm hoping that I do have all the projects done by Christmas, but at the end of the day, it's not going to be the end of the world if that doesn't happen, but it is a nice little target to have, because it would be nice to round it up by the end of the year. Now we come to the best part of all, guys. I get to showcase all your makes, and you know how much we all love that. So are you ready for the ooh-ah factors? Are you ready with pen and paper to write down some things that have inspired you to make for your very own? Because I know that I've been doing that along the way. So the very first thing I'm going to show you is a baby blanket that my girlfriend Michelle from Coco's Crochet Corner let me borrow to show all of you today. Oh, I just love these gorgeous colors together. And Michelle's put a pom-pom border on this beautiful continuous granny square blanket. How gorgeous is that, guys? It is so super soft and squishy. It's made from Little Nipper's 100% acrylic yarn. Now this you purchase at the Spotlight stores, and I know that a lot of you do have them near you. It's not just in Australia that it's available. And she did use a 6mm hook. I don't have the colorways here, but I imagine it was something like a green blue, or actually it's giving me Aussie, 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 oi, oi, oi vibes, very much Australian colors, but it is so, so gorgeous, as I said. And this blanket is going to be going into a beautiful box that Michelle has ready for all her future grandbabies. I just love that she's done that. So thank you so much, Michelle, for allowing me to showcase this, and I'm sure that a lot of you are very happy that I was able to bring it to you as well. So let me just pop it down over there. Now our friend Aussie Sandy, she has been busy, and now she says she is hoping to get back her love of knitting and crochet, so she's been making a lot of smaller projects, and how lucky we are that she's been sharing them with us. So this first one here is a doily. She actually says she's on a doily kick, and I'm very happy for that because this one is absolutely gorgeous. And Sandy did say that it's just a combination of a few different patterns that she'd been looking at, and she just put it all together. And then she says that the yarn she used is a cotton acrylic blend, a DK weight, which is an 8-ply, and it just came from her stash. So she's not quite sure, you know, what it is, but it's absolutely gorgeous. And look at that, guys. I'll show you up close so you can see the detail. And then the other little thing that, oh, is so adorable, that Sandy made for us to ooh and ah over is this gorgeous little fox. Look at the ears on him. He is so adorable. And I'll give you another little view of him as well. Now, this fox is by Amigurumi Toys. Sandy used the Spot Saver 10-ply, or I think it's like worsted weight yarn, and it's 100% acrylic in the colors pumpkin and white. And she did say that this is a very nice and easy pattern that she'd always wanted to make him, and now she has. So thank you so much for sharing him with us as well, Sandy. He's absolutely adorable. Now, our friend Thea has been trying to get her Crojo back as well, and she has made quite a few larger items. So she has made a few smaller ones, which I don't think are smaller, but wait till I show them to you. They are just gorgeous as always, and she shared quite a few of them with us this week. So this is a bee blanket that was requested for by Thea's sister-in-law for her new grandbaby, which is arriving in May of 2025. Now, some people commented, oh, let me bring it up close so you can see the detail and the little bees. Now, some people commented that they thought that this was a very bright color. So then Thea got, you know, a little bit worried, overthought it all, and then she made a second blanket. And here it is here. It's absolutely gorgeous as well. It's got a little honey pot over there, as you can see, and a little bear, I believe, on top there. It's so hard to see when you can't zoom in, but this one is just equally as gorgeous, and it's made up of all those little hexagons as well. My God, they're both, you know, labor of love. But then it turns out that when her sister-in-law saw them both, she decided that this one was her favorite. So this is the one that she's going to take away with her for her little grandbaby. Now, the bees are made up from Thea's head, so she just made them up as she started to crochet. The honey pot and the bee and the bear head and the other hexagon one are tutorials on YouTube. So thank you so very much, Thea, for, you know, sharing those gorgeous little blankets with us. And who doesn't love a bee blanket, right? Now, she also made these little bee tushy covers and little beanies for little babies, and they go along with the bee blanket. Now, the pattern is Newborn Bumblebee Photo Prep. It's a free crochet pattern by Kylie, KYLEE, on Pinterest. How cute are they? Right, guys? Absolutely gorgeous. And then wait till you see these masterpieces. So this owl shawl, look at this, guys. Thea made this in 2022, as you can see at the top, because there are two to show you. So this one here was a paid-for pattern by Petra Pearl, and it's called Hedwig the Owl Shawl. And this was gifted by Thea to an elderly friend for Christmas. Now, her friend doesn't wear shawls, but she lays this on her bed. And then she had a visitor who thought, oh my goodness, I want one of those. So guess what? Thea made a second one. Look at this, guys. I'll put them up next to each other in a moment. So this second one is made out of yarn. The yarn, Shorn Sheep, all in glitter tones. Aren't they gorgeous? So here they are side by side. So two very lucky people have those owl shawls. So thank you so much, Thea, for sharing them with us. I think it's funny that you think that they are smaller projects. I guess the little beanies and the little tushy covers are absolutely gorgeous. Now, our friend Liza has been working out of the book Crochet Donut Buddies, and she has made the little sheep, the little turtle, the little snail. Look at all the detail. I'll bring them up a little bit closer. Love all the little flowers that you've added for decoration. And she's also made a little bear and another little turtle. And in the background, I can see your coaster set with your flowers in the pot. I absolutely love that. So thank you so much there for Liza for sharing those with us. Now, Liza said she used a cotton acrylic blend yarn to make them all and a 3.5mm clover hook. Now, next we have Shirley. Now, those of you that know that Shirley is pretty much the queen of the Camp Boggy Creek blankets. I think she's up to number 40 now, at the very least. So let me show you what she's made. The first two that I'll show you, so there are two colorways. I'll show you up nice and close, and then I'll pull it back a bit. Now, these are two Luck of the Draw blankets. Trisha from Mama Swift picked the numbers. And they're both, so there's that one, that colorway there, and I'll show you the other one. Absolutely gorgeous. And they're both made with Red Heart and Big Twist yarns, and the pattern is textured cabin throw. So I'll go from the top to the bottom so you can see all the colors. Now, a lot of you would be familiar with the Luck of the Draw and probably have made some blankets of your very own. I believe each color is equivalent to a color, and each week there is a number drawn, and you put the corresponding color. It's absolutely gorgeous. So that was two blankets. And then Shirley said that she made this gorgeous purple ombre big twist blanket using a very simple stitch, she says, which is a double crochet, US terms, shell stitch. So let me just show you up close. Absolutely gorgeous, the purple color. And then I'll show you the blanket in its entirety. Don't the colors come up so beautifully? And the stitch is lovely. Thank you so much for that one. Now I have a huge one to show you here because it's just the way that he printed out. Now let me show you the whole blanket first. So this one here is using the new Premier Gradient Cakes. It's an anti-pilling acrylic yarn in the colors red and black shades. And let me show it to you from here because you can actually see the pattern up close. Absolutely love it. Now, this is a YouTube tutorial by Jennifer at Cinnamon Stitches. It's called the Luke's Blanket Pattern, and I believe this is the same pattern or stitch for the bag that we made. I know that I've made one and many other people have, and I love the idea of putting it into a blanket because you can use your striping yarn like that. It's absolutely gorgeous. It is a double crochet stitch to make up that pattern. And Shirley tells us that this is a super, super soft yarn. So keep that one in mind, guys. If you haven't already bought it, because it is quite new, it's the Gradient Cakes Perfect. Now, they're everybody's makes. So thank you so very, very much, every single one of you, for taking the time to send them in. And all your amazing work is just gorgeous. Thank you. The ooh-ahs, I can hear them in the background. It is just so awesome. Now let's carry on and see what I've been up to. A little bit of Amigurumi has finally come into play, and I'm so excited to show it to you. So our friend Cassandra over at Craftably Ever After, as you know, she has been running this hashtag Amigurumi World Tour 2024 Cal 2024. I will put the exact wording in the description box. She has been running this now for quite a few months. She sent this book into the skies, because it's traveling by plane to 2 different sides of the world. So Whimsical Stitches is the book, Lauren Espy is the designer, and she's actually following along, which is awesome. So one book is predominantly in the USA and the other is the international book, and it's now traveling its way pretty much halfway, and then it ends up in Australia, which is so exciting because I'm one of the lucky recipients who gets to make something from the book. It will be the last make in the book, so I won't have a choice, but I am going to enjoy it thoroughly. And this week I finally bring you the octopus. So let me just show you what it looks like in the book. Now, I had started on this little guy a very, very long time ago. For all of my little makes from this book, I'm using my Spot Saver 100% acrylic 10-ply yarn, which is like a worsted weight, and a 4mm hook. Now, when I made him, I had made him and 3 legs, but he does have 8 legs, guys, and he does stand up. Let me show you how gorgeous is he. I was going to say gorgeous and adorable. Now, I love that he can stand up. There you go. Now, see those eyes? There was no way that I was going to get safety eyes in through 2 pieces of the acrylic, so I did do little French knots. He does have a little smile, and let me tell you, in the end, yes, for those of you that are asking, I did hot glue his legs on, but he worked perfectly, and I'm so happy. So I can tick him off the list. I'm still about 3 projects behind because I believe the tulip has just come out, and I'm actually very excited to make that one because I loved making the daisy. So that was very exciting. So thank you, Cassandra, for inviting us all to join along. It has been a lot of fun, and I look forward to making each and every project because that's the goal, guys. Fingers and toes crossed that that happens. Now, our friend Sally over at Nanny Moon's Crochet, she's also running her hashtag Crochet Donuts Cal 2024 crochet along, and it's all the little crochet donuts from this Crochet Donut Buddies book here, which I do believe a lot of you have as well. So what our friend Sally does every single week, she draws a new donut, and we try to keep up as much as we can. And you know, I am endeavoring to make as many as I can. They are a lot of fun. They're all basically a donut base with some icing, and then you just change the decoration to create all sorts of little different donuts. Now, I'm putting goggly eyes on all of mine because I have mentioned before that these are not going to little people. I'm endeavoring to let older children play with them. Maybe some, memory games or counting games and things like that, or for just decoration because they are a lot of fun. So this week we had to make the Triceratops. And there he is there. Now, I chose the 2 different shades of like aqua and green color to put it together. So there's the back and there's the front. Now, he does have his goggly eyes. There's his little like snout and his horn and his other horns. Now, what I found odd about this pattern is that you crochet this bit, the frill, on a piece that looked like this. So like it was almost like a rainbow, but like half a donut. And the color of it was the color of the icing. So I was a little bit confused at one stage because it wasn't very clear where you actually sew that piece on. I have seen some people put it on there, but I would have thought that you'd have to use the same color as the donut base. So what I did, I actually put it underneath. So you can see it there. So you kind of put the icing on top and disguise it, that it's sitting there. So I'm hoping I did it right, but nevertheless, it turned out, I guess there's no real right or wrong way, as long as you have fun making them. And yes, every single thing here is glued on, except for the piece underneath. I did sew that one on, the frill, and of course the donut itself. So that's another one that I can tick off the list. So thank you, Sally, for putting on this fun crochet along. I can't remember what the next donut is, but I hope that I can make it in time. If not, hopefully eventually, because it is a lot of fun. And I do have quite a few in my collection now. And as I said, I love that he's got the goggly eyes. And that's that one there. Now, the other thing that I made this week, which I absolutely love, guys, is I made a little baby dress for my girlfriend Marina, who is actually going on mat leave as of tomorrow. So I had to have it ready. I've already got the lovey ready and the baby blanket, so I'm going to put it all together. And if I do have time, I might make a little bucket hat for the baby, but we'll see. Okay, so I made a little dress. Now, let me show you the dress and then I'll talk about the yarn. So here it is here. Isn't it adorable? Oh my goodness. Oh, I'll just push that down a little bit and make sure it sits properly. So it's basically V-stitches. Absolutely love it. It's coming off. It's got a little frill for the sleeves. And look at the pattern there, guys. It is so, so sweet and so quick and easy to make. I absolutely loved it. You had the choice of either crocheting the belt or, you know, putting a little bit of ribbon. So I've opted to put a little ribbon. And let me just show you the yarn that I've used, because it is a very lightweight dress. I wanted to make it cotton, but I actually used a cotton and bamboo blend, which makes it even more lightweight. And it's the beautiful yarn that the lovely Thea had gifted me ages ago. So let me show it to you here. It's actually this yarn here, this bamboo yarn. It's 55% bamboo and 45% cotton. And I used the two colors, the pink and the light pink, which I thought went together very, very pretty. I did use a 3mm hook, I believe, from memory. Let me have a little look. Yes, a 3mm hook, which is tiny for me, but it did make for a beautiful, beautiful dress. This is for 0 to 3 months. And then I used this lovely pink ribbon here. That's the size of it. And there it is there. So I thought that was a perfect match. Now I do have some of this left over, and I have found that this yarn is perfect for wearables. I have made another little dress or other little dresses in the past in cotton, and they do turn out a little bit more heavier, but this one is perfect and lightweight, and I hope that my girlfriend's little baby girl wears it and it makes her feel nice and comfy, because it is super soft, and I haven't even washed it yet. So that is coming up. It's literally hot off my hook, guys. I love saying that. So there it is there. So that kept me busy for a few nights, and it was definitely worth it. And once again, like I said, it's a simple V-stitch, and the YouTube tutorial is by the Crochet Shop by, no, let me get my glasses on because I didn't write very neatly. So by Nano, N-A-N-N-O, and the pattern is Simple and Elegant Dress, and it does come with different sizing, obviously, and the tutorial is very good. It's not one with talking, it's just like you just watch it and there's words on the screen, and it does pause to tell you about the different sizes, how many stitches and rows and things like that that you need to do to get to the size that you want. But as this little baby girl is due the first week of December, I thought it'd be best to make her something nice and lightweight for summer. Now, the other thing that I need to talk to you about is my corner-to-corner blanket that I showed you last week. And this is one of the throws that is going into the granny flat to add a splash of colour. I am using which I absolutely love this yarn, the blanket yarn in charcoal and an 8mm hook. I could have gone up a size or two, but they don't like their blankets very wholly, and this is actually making a nice dense blanket. Now I am pretty much halfway. It's going to be a rectangle shape. So this is where I started to decrease on one side, and you can see that that's that side there. So that's the width of it, which is pretty good size for a throw. And this is where I'm up to for the length. And I think I'm pretty much done after this row. Maybe, oh, look at that. I'm 5'5", 165 centimeters. So this must be about 150 centimeters. So I'm pretty much done. I know that this side is 30 inches and I cannot remember what that is in centimeters. Sorry, 40 inches. So I'm thinking of doing it 40 by 50 inches. So let's see how we go. Hopefully by next week it'll be done, because I had only just started it when I showed it to you last week. It is getting a little bit hot to make this one at the moment, so you really do need to be in either aircon or do it very early in the morning when it's still very cool, because I like to crochet in my car in the mornings, as you know, before I start work. So that is that one as well. Now, the other thing I need to remind you, because it is the last day of the month, the 1970s entries for our hashtag Crochet Through the Decades Cal 2024 is due at midnight, the 31st of October 2024. I will obviously wait a few days to make sure that, you know, all the different time zones around the world, you know, everyone gets an opportunity to send me their entry, and then I will be putting out a video. I myself, truth be told, have only a few more hours to finish my own make, but I'm sure that I'll get it done. After all, it is, you know, Coco's Crochet Cal. I have to have an entry as well. So that's that one. Now, I've got fluffs all over me, guys. Now, I have something that I need your help with. You might have actually been through this yourself before. You might be able to direct me to a YouTube tutorial or somewhere where I can find some information. Please, you know, leave it in the comments down below so we all learn something new, or email me, because I just have to fix this. Last night at Coco's Crochet Corner, my girlfriend Jane gave me this gorgeous little dress here. This is actually bought online, guys, so I'm not very happy that they're selling our love of crochet in a very small amount of money, I'm sure, for a very small amount of money. But this little dress, look at this, guys, it's got a burn mark, and some of the stitches here, just double crochet in acrylic, burnt. And I need to fix it for the person who actually fell in love with this dress. And truth be told, I'm going to try to see if I can make something similar. I'm not sure, but anyway, that's another story. But for now, if any of you have had to mend something that's had a burn hole through it, this was actually done by a firework, which would have been so terrifying at the time. But I imagine some people might have had maybe like from a cigarette burn or something, which would have been horrible. But nevertheless, let me see if you can see that, guys. Can you see that there? Look, I can get my finger through it. So if I could fix that for her, it would be wonderful. I did think of maybe somehow cutting the stitches out and connecting, or maybe connecting first to the good stitches next to it before I cut out the pieces that, you know, the little piece that is burnt. But if you have any suggestions, or if you've been through this before, please share. I would really appreciate it, because I don't want to damage it any further. But at this stage, they're just so desperate. They're happy for me to have a go. And I said I would take it home, ask you guys, tap into my, you know, trusty resources and see how we go. So that's that. Now, I have some acquisitions. They actually came this afternoon. I was going to talk about them because I want to bring you a lookbook for, or like, you know, show and tell. What's the word? Flip through, whatever the words we use to show you through the book. I got some books on Amazon. I'm so excited I can't get my words together, so I need to slow down. So I have been looking at this book since they told us it was coming, going to be available, and it actually came on sale, I think, on the 29th of October, and I rushed in and bought it. I love the Muppets. So if you're a Muppets fan, wait for this book. It's going to be coming your way very soon. We're going to flip through each and every page. I haven't even opened it yet, guys, and I cannot wait to do that with you. I absolutely am in love with it. I did flip through it a little bit on Amazon, and I thought, yep, that's it. This one's the one for me, so I cannot wait. And eventually, it would be nice to make them all, right? How awesome would that be? Have your own Muppet show. That would be so awesome. So any of you that are fans, stay tuned. As I said, this is coming your way very soon. I cannot wait to do that. And I also bought 2 other books, which of course I will do a flip through as well. I have not even looked through them yet, and I just love new books. What is it about a new book, guys? It's like there's a whole adventure waiting for us, right? A whole world of adventure. There are 2 that have been I've been looking at these for a while and I thought I must have them now in my collection because I'm addicted to using those little terracotta pots. So I have to make things that I can plant. So here we go. And I can't kill these plants, which is awesome. I haven't got a green thumb at all. That's Steve's department. So this book here, what's it called? Crocheted House Plants. Haven't even opened it yet. Brand new. We're going to flip through this one together as well. And this one, I just had to get it. It's a little bit of whimsy, it's a little bit quirky, but who doesn't want a crocheted animal slipper? And I don't care how old or young you are, I know these, my daughter-in-law would love those, for example. Oh my gosh, how adorable are they? I can just imagine every single person in my family wanting one of these. So all I need to do now is get their shoe size and I can start crocheting. This might actually be a whole mini series, guys. But whatever the end result will be, we're definitely going to do a flip through so we can see what's in here. So they're the books that I was waiting for. And I can't believe that they came literally before I came upstairs to hang out with you, which is so super awesome. Now, oh, did you hear that? Sorry, I dragged it on the table, as you do. So that was very, very important that I showed you that. Yes, I have. And now we're just going to do a little bit of life catch-up because it's been a more relaxed week than last week was. And thank you for all your good wishes, all your beautiful words. You are also very kind. It was so uplifting for Steve when I was reading all the messages to him as well. Last Thursday, as I mentioned, he had his hand operated on. The carpal tunnel, thank God, was a success, and so was the trigger thumb. He actually went to see his surgeon and physio yesterday, and they're taking out the stitches next Tuesday. But today he's back at work, which he was very, very eager to get to. I know, I can't wait to be on holidays, and he can't wait to be at work. I guess that's called the balance of life. So that's pretty much it through the week, you know, just work and, you know, looking after Steve for a little while. Although he's very independent, when I say looking after him, he's very, very naughty and thinks that when he's at home, he needs to get things done. Like, you know, he wanted to paint. Who does that? And when I say paint, I don't mean on canvas. I mean the granny flat, because there's still 2 walls that we need to paint. So I said, no, not on my watch. So that was the end of that. So once again, thank you all for your very, 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 very kind and positive comments. I really do appreciate it. And in saying all that, I hope you're all keeping well. I know that some of you haven't been 100%. I'd just love for you to all send out some healing hugs to Thea. She needs them right now. So we're sending you much love and lots of healing hugs, Thea. I hope you feel better soon. I'm sure you will. I know what you're like. And I hope you're all keeping very well, each and every one of you. I know that some of you are really looking forward and enjoying to the cooler months and the weather that's coming to you up in the Northern Hemisphere, whereas it's getting quite warm here. I'm actually sitting in aircon, but it was a beautiful day. I did go for a walk today in the sunshine. It was wonderful. So on that note, I'm going to leave you all. Get on to your crocheting. I know that brings us all so much joy. For me, it is absolutely the way that I just de-stress. I wake up to crochet and go to bed after I crochet. It is the best. So until I see you all very, very soon, guys, I want you once again to remind you to enjoy your Halloween. I just saw my purple witch's hat here. Should I try to put it on? Because it is a little bit snug, but maybe I'll leave you with a little bit of a funny sight. So there I am, guys, ready for Halloween in case any kiddies do knock on the door. So until I see you all very, very soon, take care, everyone. Bye-bye for now.